In this session, we're going to talk about learning to link your pages and then working on a footer and how to adjust the size of an image. So to start off, you come to your NeoCity site. You're going to need to edit your sites. I have two pages created so far. I have Packers History and my Packers homepage. So I'm going to click this edit here. So there's another section that we haven't talked about before, which is called the navigation section, or NAV, N-A-V for short. So on most websites, your navigation is right under here under your first header. So if I view my site right under my title, my first title, okay, I'm going to want to have my navigation. So I am going to type in my opening tab of NAV. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to need to link it. So in order to link it, it is ahref equals, and then you're going to need to find the name. So also, just as a quick note, I like to open these up in multiple tabs. So I'm going to open my dashboard, another link, so I can click between my tabs a lot easier. So packershistory.html. Packers history.html. All right, and when I close that, I also need to write exactly how I want that link to display. So I want it to display as Packers history, and then I'm going to close that link. Next, you are going to actually close the navigation section. So if we hit save, and now let's refresh, let's see what it looks like. Perfect. So I can click this. We'll go to the Packers navigation history. We'll need to do the same thing here. However, there is one issue. You always need a link to the existing page you're on. Like if you're on the home page, there's always still a link to the home page. So let's go back and add a link to the page that we're actually on. I know it seems kind of weird. I'm just going to do ahref equals Packers home.html. And I'm simply just going to call this one home. Let's see what happens now. I'm going to hit save. We'll refresh. Perfect. Oh, no, not perfect. It's not a link. So let's go back and see what we did not do properly. Maybe we just need to refresh it again. Oh, I guess because we're, Well, let's open up our other one. Keep working. So sometimes that does become an issue. I am going to come back here and I am going to copy this code and I am going to place it underneath here. So save, let's view. Nope, the link is still not working. So I must have some typing error. Oh, here it is. Again, H-R-E, H-R-E, okay, save, and let's refresh. Again, those pesky typing errors can really be an issue. So now my home page works. We'll have to come back here, fix the other one. We'll want to refresh. We'll make sure we can click between both of these pages. Home, history, home, history. Perfect. Okay, here's the other issue though. They're kind of close together and I don't really like that. So I'm going to add some spacing there. The way to do that is the ampersand, NBSP, semicolon. Okay, that is no blank space. Okay, so you're adding a space. So I'm actually going to add 3 of them here so you can kind of see what it looks like. And you'll notice how these spread apart a little bit. So the more spaces that you want, okay, see difference from before and after. So add as many blank spaces as you would like. I'm going to put some more into here because simply hitting enter actually doesn't do anything. All right, another thing I wanted to show you is maybe you want a little bit of room between any of your content. Another great thing to do is you could hit the BR. Okay, so that's a break. There's no opening, no closing. That's essentially like an enter. So I'll hit save. And now you can see there's some more. See how it's adding that space between the two. Next, let's go back and look at our images. So if we wanted to go back and add some space to our some change our images, we would have to do this in pixels. So we need to tell our picture what width and what height we want it to be. So before we close this tag, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to write width equals, and I'm just going to choose any number. I'm going to choose 300. Go in here. And the next one is going to be height. And I am going to choose 200. You can change these until you figure out exactly what you want. Now, obviously, my Packers logo is now a little smooshed. So you got to figure out the right ratios. Come back here. I'm going to put this back at, let's try 100 and 100. Let's see what happens then. Save, view. So now it's a lot smaller, okay? So it looks a lot better when I keep it the same ratio. Here we have it. It looks just the same, smaller. The final thing we're going to go through is the footer. So the footer is where you put things like giving credit, all that other stuff. So the footer's still in the body, but it's a new section. Okay, it's a section within there. So it's pretty simple. You are just going to write the word footer. And you're going to have a closing tag for footer as well. I like to denote my footer by including a horizontal line across the bottom. So to do that, it's HR, hit save, and then let's go ahead and view. So here you see there is a horizontal line, and I can include anything like name of the creator, when the last date I updated, and any of the other requirements that I need. Okay. The horizontal line, which is HR, is a real easy way to do that.